Well, I'll always be friends with Modi. He's great. Prime Minister, he's great. I'll always be friends, but I just don't like what he's doing at this particular moment. But India and the United States have a special relationship. There's nothing to worry about.
Diplomacy used to be like Test cricket. Momentum was built over hours and days. But with Donald Trump, it's more like T20. Every ball, every over is an event. Just look at what happened over the weekend. Trump appeared to make a U-turn. For weeks, his officials had been attacking India. They accused New Delhi of funding Russia's war in Ukraine. By Friday, he sounded defeatist. Trump posted a picture, this one, of Prime Minister Modi, President Putin and President Xi. He said America had lost India and Russia to China. But hours later, his tone changed. Trump praised his friendship with Prime Minister Modi. He said there is a special relationship between India and the US.
Be friends with Modi. He's great. Prime Minister, he's great. I'll always be friends, but I just don't like what he's doing at this particular moment. But India and the United States have a special relationship. There's nothing to worry about.
Within hours, Prime Minister Modi reacted. Let me quote from what he said: "Deeply appreciate and fully reciprocate President Trump's sentiments and positive assessment of our ties. India and the US have a very positive and forward-looking, comprehensive and global strategic partnership." So what's cooking here? Why is Trump softening his rhetoric? Why now? And what happens next? Well, with Donald Trump, statements do not matter as much. Like we've said before, do not focus on his words, focus on his actions. And so far, the actions have not changed. The US is yet to lift the extra tariffs on India. There is also no indication that the trade talks will resume. Until that happens, the ties will not improve. Having said that, this is a positive sign. After days of caste attacks and rants, this is a welcome change. It may not magically reset ties, but it does stem the bad headlines. Which brings us to the second question: why now? Well, last week was not a good look for Trump. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization, or SCO, met in China. The pictures would have shocked Washington. Forget breaking the ice. Modi, Xi and Putin were joking and smiling. Now, if you're a policymaker in Washington, it does not get worse than that. Maybe that is why Trump is making amends. Maybe he realizes that he pushed India too hard. Or it could be the backdoor push. Back in April, India hired a lobbyist in Washington, a man named Jason Miller. Reports say New Delhi is paying him $1.8 million per year. And this Saturday, he met Donald Trump. Now, we know that the US president likes personal outreaches. Perhaps that is why he changed his tone. At this point, we can only guess. Which brings us to the final question: what happens next? Well, that depends entirely on one person, and that person is Donald Trump. India has made its position clear. India is not looking to abandon its relations with America. Hence, Prime Minister Modi's message on Saturday. He reacted within hours of Trump's remarks. Also, India is not putting all its eggs in one basket, whether it's America's basket or someone else's. And today is proof of that. Brazil convened a virtual meeting of BRICS today. The agenda was Trump's tariffs. Xi Jinping attended the meeting virtually, so did Vladimir Putin, but Prime Minister Modi did not attend it. Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar was there in his place. So like I said, India is not shutting the door on America. It is only seeking fair ties. If Trump is serious about a reset, he needs to start making moves. On Saturday, he praised India and Prime Minister Modi. The next step could be a phone call or maybe an invite to the White House or a pause in the secondary tariffs. Basically, some sort of action to signal intent. If that does happen, it would vindicate India's policy, its long-standing commitment to strategic autonomy, a masterclass in hedging and maneuvering. And even then, the question of trust remains. Will New Delhi trust the Trump White House after this fiasco, after these attacks and flip-flops? It will take more than small praises to fix this mess. So we say it's too early to celebrate Trump's remarks. They're encouraging, but they're not enough. What we need to see is action, concrete steps to fix what Trump broke.
First Post now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.